Should we put this lower like this or something? No, because it cuts my head off. There you go. Oh. Alright, while we wait. So last time I couldn't see the questions on my tablet, so let's see if I can now. I can see it on my tablet. So it's kind of redundant that it's there. But I'll leave it anyway so you can read it too. You want water or something? No? Okay. Alright. Let's wait for people to show up. I posted on my Instagram. Do you want to post it on your Instagram?
Okay.
Just repost my story. I think you can repost my story. There's the link there.
I can't because I'm
Okay. Can you grab my link? I'm gonna share it on like Facebook or something. I'm gonna share it on your Facebook too.
Oops.
What?
Nothing. I almost posted something different.
No, post it on your Facebook.
Can't click in the computer.
Yeah, but it's short, I think.
It's fine.
Run out of USB ports.
Ugh. Someone asked.
See, they don't show up here.
Well, they showed up here.
Well, it sucks anus. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Question, God forbid, but fire breaks out. This is fucking useless. I'm gonna turn it off. Because it's really ridiculous that they don't show up. If fire breaks out, you can only grab one piece of equipment. What would it be? Well, I guess the computer, because without that it would be pretty useless. Like, or I couldn't do anything. Aside from the computer, I would say my monitors, which I don't.
I would grab all my animals.
Well, when we're talking about piece of gear, of course we grab the animal first. I would grab my monitors, I guess. If you're talking about hardware, probably, I don't know, something expensive. I think the HG2 because it's expensive, or the SPL. The SPL because just at least I can sell it and buy some other stuff because that thing is like $7 grand plus. Can I be the Godfather, y'all kid? Yeah, I guess so, yeah. We don't have one. Federal official. I can do mix bus processing only with one plugin, like CLA mix down or neutron isotope. You can do mix bus processing with whatever you want. If you like how it sounds, I think it's much better to get dedicated plugin, individual plugins to do processing, but if you ask the question, you're probably not that experienced, so you probably are better off sticking with one plugin, do it all, and then, you know, when you have experience, you'll understand the limits of those plugins and just dig a little deeper and get like dedicated plugins. By the way, since you guys are here, I'm gonna post something on the chat because we need your help still. I don't know if you guys saw the video. If you didn't, so Bella has been hand selected to participate and open for Doja Cat, Coldplay, Black Eyed Peas, and so on for a concert planned organized by Odyssey at the Hollywood Bowl here in LA. But right now is up to public vote, so I'm gonna post the link on the chat. Voting is free, of course. You can vote once a day. Right now she's in second place, so please help us out and skyrocket her in the first place. It's very important, so we appreciate the help. And of course, if you have questions for her, she's here. Okay?
Yes.
No distressor. Well, no distressor because it's fairly cheap. I can buy another one, you know. So I'm gonna grab probably the most expensive unit and then sell it, and then buy a couple of things. Do you have any experience tips to pass along for front of the house engineering? Not much, to be honest. I did some front of the house engineering when I was in Europe, out of necessity, to be honest, because it ain't my field. You know, I'm not the guy to ask for advices on that. I think it's very specific as a job, and while of course the basics concepts translate, processing is processing, compression is compression, I think the live engineering is a lot different, and I'm not the right guy. I shadow a couple of people that were a lot better than me at live engineering, and what I've seen that I really liked, and I think that's one thing that translates from and should translate from live engineering to studio, is they move the faders constantly during the show, while a lot of new people don't at all in studio.
It's Matt. Hi, Matt.
Oh, okay. Hi everybody. Tried many interfaces. RME is the best. Why haven't RME become the one to get? Because it's not the best. That's what you think. Motu is better, in my opinion. A lot of other interfaces are better. RME is fine. I used to have RME in my studio in Europe. My studio in Europe had RME and SSL. I don't think it's the best. That's why. Audio difference between DAW Pro Tools versus Cubase Logic Reaper. There's no difference, as in other than the features and the workflow. Sound wise, I've said this many times, and it's not me saying it, has been scientifically proven. They don't have a sound other than Mix Bus by Harrison, which is purposely a colored DAW. Any test that comes out and it doesn't null is because the test is flawed and other things come into play, like plugins, pan law, and other variables that once you eliminate those variables, data is data. That's it. So the only differences between DAWs is preference, workflow, and that's pretty much it. Okay, no hardware if you only had to mix in the box. What's your 10 go-to? I say, I'll just grab console 1. That's it. I'll just grab console 1, and then repeater as a delay, EC300 by Mac DSP as a delay, probably IR1 reverb from Waves with the impulse responses, and I want to say, I don't know, probably a couple of effects that I Fuzzbox from Mac DSP, and that's about it. Deverb, because at the end of the day, with console 1, I have everything.
I'm a new subscriber to the Mix Plus TV. I was wondering if some of the techniques you are teaching can be applied for very fast-paced, bass-oriented electronic music, like trance specifically. Thanks.
Absolutely. So first of all, mixing concepts are concepts. So once you understand them and digest them, you can apply them to anything with just simple logic for what to change and what to adjust. When you understand compression, when you understand what the attack and release and ratio does and internal sidechain, then you can apply that to everything. You need to understand the concept. In your specific case, I actually have a full mixing and mastering course on sidetrends. Actually, I think it's mastering. So if you are a member, you can access that and all the other mixing and mastering courses. I did quite a lot of sidetrends myself, so, and electronic music in general. So absolutely, mixing context, mixing concepts apply to everything, every genre.
So how much would you charge for a mixing consultation, assuming there is some free time on your schedule?
I do mixing consultations. The way to get a mix consultation from me is either you become a member, which is the cheapest way to get a mix consultation, which is by email, or you can buy one-off by email, or you can buy a one-on-one lesson on Skype or Zoom, which is an hour long, and you can even work on a session with me, like in real time using audio movers. You can share your screen and stream audio from your DAW directly, so it would be like I'm sitting next to you and teaching you how to mix. For the prices and the availability, you need to write the email that is in every video description. Is bookinghfs@gmail.com. But there's several options for mixed consultation depending on your budget.
Bella, since working with the great David, in my opinion, what have you learned? I've learned basically everything from David, because when I first started, I was super green, and David's the first person I worked with. So I learned everything.
Be more specific, like for example, on what do you learn on like songwriting or recording?
For recording, you tell me everything to do with like how close the stands to the mic and stuff like that.
Well, were you expecting to have to record like so many vocal performances?
No, yeah, you taught me the layering and that and all the gear. I never knew like about that stuff, but he taught me about all of that. And he has a lot of gear, like 2,000.
What about the music industry? Where is the music industry, the back end, how you expected it to be?
No, I thought. I can say anything.
You can say anything.
Okay, what I thought originally is I thought you just basically you're passionate about it and you're talented, and then that's it. But yeah, it takes a lot more than that. I like the social media, which I don't like social media, but you have to do the social media, so like all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty shitty business. That's why you learned. All right. Could you master with only 500 series gear? Yeah, of course. You can master with plugins only if you want. Actually, I just mixed kind of I want to say like reggae-ish track for an artist. It's called Femme, and the mastering of it was in the box. But of course, I mixed it, so there's a shitload of hardware in the mix. But yeah, you can master with 500 series gear for sure. There's many pieces in 500 series that are suitable for mastering. Okay, so this is this?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It's talking.
My tablet is just listening to us and talking back. So yeah, you can. Again, think of like, for example, the RIA compressor from West Audio. I found myself using that in mastering a lot. I wasn't expecting that, but it's an amazing, very open compressor. You just tap it, but it's actually very open. It's kind of closes the stereo image a little bit, just a little bit, because it doesn't have dual mono or like percentage linking, which I wish it had. But yeah, definitely that's one. Equalizers, there's many equalizers that you can use in 500 series. I mean, at the end of the day, even the 550B from API is basically the same circuit at the 5500, which is a mastering equalizer. The problem is that with the 500 series, you only have the 2 dB steps, which might be too much for mastering most of the time. Is Bella a signed artist? It depends. She is independent, but she's distributed by a major for now. So, yeah, that's the answer that I can give. David, why aren't you on Mix with the Masters? You really should be, bro. You are mastering my book. I've been following you for 10 years. Thanks, man. Much appreciated. It's funny because I actually talked to the guys from Mix with the Masters last NAM before the pandemic. We kind of talked about it, and then it kind of died. It's fine. I mean, I'm totally open to the idea. I mean, you should probably ask them, but I think at the end of the day, they get people with big credits, which is understandable, you know. Even though I said it before, I mean, of course, those guys that are on Mixed with the Master are absolutely amazing, and sometimes though, credits alone don't necessarily mean you're a great teacher. But it's not the case for all the people that are on Mixed with the Master. They are like absolutely amazing. But yeah, tell them they know. I mean, we talked about it. We talked about it like what was at this point 3-4 years ago. You know, and they were open to the discussion. Then it kind of died. But you know, shoot them an email. Tell them you want me there. We'll make it happen. Please, DJ Avo, please comment on Drummer 1973. Did you like it on Hip Hop Master? Does it do something special to the master that software can't do, especially the low end? Well, first thing about, I really love the 73. I like it for hip hop. It depends on the song. It's not genre based. But for example, I had it on Claude McSolaar vocals, lead vocal for the entire Geopolitic album. That says something. You know, if there's one important album, it's that one. You know, we won double platinum with that album, and on the lead vocal, it was that compressor. It's great. Does it do something that software can't do? I feel yes, definitely, because the 73 is a very musical multiband that has a kind of a fuzzy but very subtle color, and it's very easy to use, and it's just kind of foolproof unless you do like exaggerate smooth on it. It's an extremely versatile compressor. I absolutely love it, and it's so freaking cheap. It's super cheap. I mean, that compressor could cost twice as much, and I feel it would still be worth having. So if that's an endorsement, like, I really like it. The one thing about Drummer, I don't know what happened. Maybe something happened with the pandemic, but they seem kind of non-responsive lately. I hope the guys are fine, are okay. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Is all is well?
Yes.
Say if someone sends you an absolutely horrible song and you ask to mix it, like bad tracking, just not good. How would you handle that? At this point in my career, I would probably, if that's it, if I tell them like, hey, look, this, you know, the raw material is not that great. You have a chance to record it, or this is it. And they say this is it. At this point in my career, I'll probably just not take the job, and just be polite about it and say like, look, I don't think I'm the guy, you know, for you this time around for this song. Because at the end of the day, you gotta have to weight those you know, the options and the work and the jobs that fall into your desk. Because I understand that a lot of people might need the money, but you need to be smart, as in, yeah, you might make few $100 that day, but then your name is in a song that it sounds horrible, not because of your mixing, because of the raw material, and that's not gonna do any good to you long term, you know? Because at the end of the day, people don't care. They just hear a song that sounds horrible, you know? And so I would just not take the job. That's it.
You can master with one plugin. LOL.
Yeah, you can kick a door and break the handle and get in the other room. That doesn't mean it's the right way to do it. A lot of people does stupid shit because they can. Doesn't mean that it's the right way to do it. LOL. You know, I mean,
I think they might have been asking.
You can. I mean, it depends. It depends. There are some plugins that look. It's silly. It's silly to. If there's one field in which you shouldn't cheap out, it's mastering, simply because mastering is about details, right? You have a good mix or you have a decent mix. Your job is to polish, shine, and do like detail work. If you wing it and you just approximate the mastering process, then what the fuck you're mastering in the first place? Mastering is all about details. If you take the details away because, that doesn't matter, this doesn't matter, then just skip the whole process, put a limiter on your mix and send it away. You're not gonna probably, if that's your, if approximation is the way you decide to go about it, I can promise you don't have an investment on that song. You don't have $100 or $200 or $300,000 in promotion on that song. So what do you care? Put it out.
When is the next remix contest?
That's a good question. So, right now we kind of changed the plans for this girl, which she doesn't want to marry me.
What?
We changed the plans because we were going to originally release a third single. But then things in the music business changed a lot. Our plans changed, and we are not gonna release a third single. We are gonna release a full EP, which is gonna be 6 songs. 4 of them are ready, mastered, finished, done. We are waiting for the 2 more songs to add to it, and then we will release the EP. From that EP, 4 singles are gonna be extracted, and 3 of them are gonna be videos. So we're gonna do a remix contest for at least each video single, probably even 4. When that's gonna happen, that's a good question. We hope in the next 4 or 5 months, but there will be remix contests. Actually, what I want to do this time around, I want to do a remix contest, and then I want to do a rap battle. I want to do a rap battle, meaning we're gonna leave space for rap verses, and there's also gonna be a separate contest for rap battle, which I think is gonna be super cool.
Just tuning in. Any suggestions for home mastering for starters?
Yes, make sure you have a proper monitoring system, because otherwise the whole point of mastering just falls, because just like I said a minute ago, mastering is about details. So don't expect my answer to be buy this piece of gear or buy that piece of gear. Assuming you have a monitoring system that is up to par for mastering, what I would do is, you want to bring this closer, baby? You want to switch places?
Okay.
Ugh. Assuming I was saying that you do have the monitoring system, then I would probably start with with a mastering EQ and a mastering compressor. Depending on your budget, you can get a main EQ, like an SPL or, I don't know, Buzz Audio, depending on what you like a Manley passive or something from Elysia, and you want to get a mastering EQ, a mastering compressor, which can be anything. Again, depending on your budget, it can be, I don't know, an Elysia Alpha if you got 12 grand to spend on it, or a Crane song, STC8, which I really like. If you like Varimu, it can be, a Varimu compressor like a Fairchild or a Manley Mu. So I would just start with those, and of course mastering converters. That would be my starter.
What is your favorite personal genre?
I want to say industrial metal and genres alike, like Rammstein, Korn, Parkway Drive. I listen to a lot of old school stuff, like Static X, System of a Down, Slipknot. That's the kind of music that I listen for pleasure, like when I train or something. What is it?
I want someone to ask me a question.
Well, someone ask question to Bella, baby. Someone ask question to Bella.
Hey David, can you one day do a mix completely and then do the same mix using Geer? I'd love to hear the difference.
I highly doubt I will have the time to do that.
Lots of amazing info on all your videos. Thank you, Dominic Owen.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Just go ahead.
Hey, do you know when a songwriting arrangement is done? Yes.
Yes and no. I mean, of course, when everybody's happy. But I think the key is the word everybody. Because one of my biggest mistakes when I was a musician was that I was trying to do everything by myself. And while today is very much the trend, I truly feel it's extremely wrong. In fact, if you see all the successful artists out there, they all have a team. Whether or not they publicize it, they all have a team. So that's when when the entire team says like, yeah, that sounds good. And also it's kind of obvious when you start adding things and the songs start turning congested instead of sounding better.
Oh, thank you. He said that he likes my heart frequency. Oh, thank you. The next question is, how many plugins should have my vocal track to be completely mixed in case of a well-recorded voice heart?
Could be 1, 2, could be 10, depending on the style and the genre. If a vocalist is recorded well, you might need, a channel strip with like filters, EQ, and a compressor, and be done with that. Sometimes you need 2-3 compressors and 2-3 EQ and a parallel saturation, and then whatever other effects. Do you count effects? Because on her voice, when I mix her voice, I probably really have that. I have like a filter, like a one band of EQ, one compressor, and then maybe a de-esser. That's it.
Oh,
or a dynamic EQ.
I accidentally skipped the guide question. I'm sorry. Have you tried Analog Obsession plugins? I love them.
No, I haven't. Sorry. All right.
Did you ever think of trying them?
This is the thing. You need to realize companies send me plugins all the time. And unfortunately I don't have the time to try them all unless, I work with a company.
Oh, and would you use guitar pedals for mastering?
No.
Or what do you think of guitar pedal compressors and EQs as an alternative for people on a budget?
I use guitar pedals for mixing. For mastering, no way in hell. You can show this message. YouTube marked it.
Someone asked, We should all sign a petition to get you on Mix with the Masters. No BS.
Thank you, Mr. Morpheus. Well, guys, make it. You guys can make it happen.
Do you use injections for your lips?
I think that's for you or for me.
It's for, I don't know who that's for.
It's for Bella or it's for me?
It's probably for me.
For you? Well, I can tell you this, guys. It's funny because she gets a lot of comments about either, oh, your lip injection, or, oh, you're photoshopped, or this is how she looks. This is how she looks in the morning. This is how she always looks. There's no Photoshop. There's no lip injection. There's also, she's young, so she doesn't need that shit. But I know, and it's the best compliment, because basically they're saying you're so beautiful that it's impossible that you don't have anything done, which she doesn't.
Then me too, Kati says this hair color fits Bella very good. Thank you. I actually was going back to black though, but thank you.
I like this color as well, but yeah, we changed.
Old Home Recording said, have you tried mixing without hearing just by watching the indicators?
Oh my God! Why in hell would
you should try it.
Even do it?
Because you should try it.
I will definitely skip on that. Thank you.
Let's try it. You should try it. I love my drummer 1973 on my drum bus with, oh my God, that's a lot to say. With drums, it's awesome.
Yeah, and 73 is awesome. All right, questions for Bella, guys.
Honey Badger 1276, you should try
It's
it.
It's the guy that.
Hi David, I asked you this question recently on a Q&A, but what's a mixing lesson that also applied as a life lesson or vice versa?
I actually replied to that question in a video, which I'll release this week. So I'm not gonna spoil with the answer here. I made a video out of it.
Do you still use Softtube Council 1 on every mix?
Every mix, and it actually cut my plugin count by a lot. Sometimes so much that I'm like, hey, let me see what I have also other than this, because I just default to that like so much that now I'm feeling like, oh, I'm neglecting the other plugins. Let me use something different today,
Amazing. Thank you for your answer and your triumph.
No problem.
Good afternoon, you two. Hi, Eddie. David, did you ever meet Andy Wallace?
I haven't. I think if I meet him, I'm gonna just latch on to his leg and just, sneak into his studio, and he has to call the police.
Songs are all about the vibe. All about the vibe these days. There are kids who are multimillionaires with hundreds of thousands of fans now from a song they just threw. Okay, I think... can I say my opinion?
Yes, you can.
In my opinion, it may look like somebody got, they did a song and then it went millions and millions, but everything's promotion. Nothing happens overnight. That's, false. I know it would be great if stuff people got picked up from talent. I see tons of girls on my page on TikTok who are amazing singers, but they don't have a lot. And then I see someone else who has, millions and millions, who is good, but the other girl's more talented in my opinion, and they don't have a lot. So everything's promotion, everything's about who you know, connections. That's just the way the business works, unfortunately. So nobody ever just does a video and then it explodes, or else all the top 10 would be different.
Yeah, guys, realize that.
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
People talk about all these technical stuff, but don't think about the most important, making great music that people vibe with.
Why do you think people don't talk about the most important part? People don't talk about the most important part because is assumed. Everybody knows. You don't need to say it. You don't need to talk about it. Without a song, you're just polishing a turd.
Oh.
So that's assumed. It's completely useless to repeat a concept that everybody that has been making music for a week knows. You need a song. You need a good song. You need a good arrangement. Period. That's digested. It has nothing to do with the rest. And one thing doesn't deny the other.
And with the I don't want to
No, you go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So I'm younger, so people my age, we do care about like how the music sounds. We can tell if something's distorted or not. And if it sounds like distorted when we listen to it, we most likely won't listen to it anymore. Is like, no matter how good the song is, because I have some songs that I love to listen to, and the artist is really cool, but it's distorted, and it like is so like it makes my brain explode. So, and it's just like, yeah. So that's all.
But adding something to what she was saying before, guys, realize that the music business is really fucking shady. When you see,
just like every business.
Yeah, but this one is like particularly they're getting like very creative with the lies. Whenever you see someone overnight or some sort of stunt that made something go viral, that's 99.9% planned. And its plan has been planned for the past 6 months to get to that point. Okay? I can't tell. I can't say certain things. Okay, so there's a guy, right? He has writing records, he's writing credits on top 10 artists. Nobody knows him because he's behind the scene, right? Right now, they are pushing him. How they're pushing him? They're making it look like he's some guy at home making music, right? His TikTok skyrocketed. His music is going viral. And it looks, if you don't know the backstory, that this is a guy making music at home. This guy has credits, songwriting credits on many top 10 artists. And today they decided that, hey, you're now gonna show your face, right? And this happens all the time. All the time.
Mr. Fox said, nice D, smiley face.
I'm gonna just, while you select the questions, and guys, ask questions to Bella as well.
Yes, please, I'll answer questions.
And while she selects the questions, I want to say, do you remember Halsey? What's her name?
You said it right.
Okay, when she went on TikTok's recording the label A&R saying, oh, we can't record the song because we want a fake TikTok viral video, and then we can release it. Yeah. And everybody commented, oh, fuck the label, we want the song out. Do you realize that's staged, right? Do you realize that was the viral TikTok video? So don't try to see in between the lines of the music business and the marketing, and also when there's a kid making music at home and make $1 million, that's not him making $1 million, it's the label making $1 million.
That I'm stupid. He said this. He knew what artist you were talking about just now. Yeah. And I thought he was saying nice David. Oh my god, my bad. Bella, do you play an instrument, and if not, what would it be and why? Well, I play the piano. I'm not like super like with it, but I can play it. So yeah, I would love to play the guitar, but I'm not good at it and have never been. I tried to play the guitar when I was around 15, but I just couldn't get the hang of it. Hi from France. Hi Bella, do you prefer to sing louder or softer in recording? I like to sing both.
Yeah,
I like to sing both. I love singing soft because it reminds me kind of a fairy, but I also like to sing loud because I think it brings emotions across better.
You will hear the new songs. She's very loud, and she has a lot more potential, let's put it this way, that will be shown in the new songs than you can hear in the first two, for sure. I mean, you don't shoot all your bullets right away.
Bella, how many days a week do you vocal train? I do it every day for at least 30 minutes because it's like a muscle and you have to work it. Hey Bella, are you gonna start mixing at some point? No. Hey Bella, being a reflection of David and around him daily, can you do a mix by yourself?
Babe, I couldn't hear you.
Can I do a mix by myself?
I don't think so.
Mm.
Well, remember, guys, like her real talent, and you will have the chance to hear it. It's not just her sweet voice. Her biggest is her greatest talent is her lyrics and her top line melodies, which is an absolutely very marketable skill, because she could write top line for any genre. You can tap on a table and she will come up with a top line, in 2 minutes. If you watch the video in which me and Mike Ransom from Adema were writing the guitar parts for one of her new songs, that song had we added a chorus. We completely rewrote the hook, and we didn't have lyrics for it nor a melody for it. In the video, you can see me and Mike working on the computer, and she's sitting in this couch. At a first look, she seemed uninterested because she's on her phone like that. What she was doing is she was writing the top line. And you can see it in the video. I asked her, like, hey, do you have anything? Because Mike was asking, like, do we have lyrics for it? And she just wrote it there, right there on the spot. And it became the hook. So.
Bella, how long have you been singing and who are your influences? My number one influence is Lana Del Rey. And this is going to sound... This is actually a guy. The second one's a guy. Is Phil Collins. He recently became... I don't know why. He just
your influences,
me.
Think about it, but
Yeah.
even if you don't realize it, your influences are all the stuff that you listen to. So even the...
Phil Collins, I've liked the Easy Lover song. That's my favorite song right now.
She listened to a lot of 80s music.
Because it's good.
Well, Evanescence, Emily,
Yeah.
I think you got some from her, especially for the latest stuff.
Ficus asked you, would you be willing to share the name of some psych trance track that you've worked on? I would absolutely love to hear you work on that type of music. Thanks.
I can give you the links or something. I don't remember the names. I remember just the last stuff that I did for Foggy Ray. If you look at Foggy Ray, he's on Pharmacy record. I did his stuff, top of my head. But, my credits are, if you go on Discog, you have like 125 pages of my credits. You can just dig. Because I don't remember. This week alone, I probably did like 2 albums and a half or 3, like 20 singles.
Your songs you use in your mixes are so freaking good, by the way. Do you use Flock Patch as an external effect in your routing so you can send recorded tracks through analog gear as well as track with analog gear going in?
Thank you for the mixes. And yes, that's how I, use the Flock. I don't really record that much. I only record her and a couple of other, artists that I work. I also do like some either vocal production with them or a little more arrangement, a little more production, but otherwise I don't record here. So my hardware is not patched for recording. Even though with the Flock I could, I just have a line for her in which I can select anything, with the Flock. So any EQ I have, any compressor I have, anything I have.
Good.
But I'm actually gonna, I can't say like details, but I'm gonna have a dedicated vocal tracking rack with a bunch of new gear, because a lot of clients right now, they're asking me to do vocal production and to track with me. So I just want to build a dedicated vocal tracking rack, because I can leave it next to the vocal booth, and I don't need it for mixing.
Happy Sinha said hola with this emoji. Okay, David, do you notice that her eyelashes are growing bigger and bigger?
No, it depends which one she puts on.
Hi Bella and David, you guys are looking great after owning the Gap 3A and 2A for some time now. Which one would you say is the most versatile?
That's Peacock. You like his music. You remember? Peacock with Madsen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And I I I like the 2A a little better. But it's not because of these two units. I don't find that much use for the 3A in general, no matter what brand it is.
So glad you just said that.
It's out of context. I'm happy. I don't know which one.
Also, I said you can this is the one guy that said it in the above.
It's okay.
Also, I said you can master with one plugin because people do it these days. I personally have 80K in mastering gear, so I wasn't talking about myself. LOL.
That's fine.
What is your favorite Clipper plugin?
Okay. Well, my favorite Clipper plugin is about to come out soon. Read in between the lines. I wish I could say it, but you guys are gonna love it.
Bella, what's your nationality?
You're American, baby.
Yeah, I know.
I think what is asking probably what's your heritage, like your part Native American.
My dad is full-blood Native American, and all my family on my dad's side lives in Billings, Montana. So.
Well, maybe you don't want to say where they live. We had our problems with stalkers. We don't want to give addresses.
Billings is big. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Bella, oh wait.
No, there's a question for you up there.
Bella, how long have you been singing, performing, and who are your influences? My influences, again, are Lana Del Rey and Phil Collins.
You have so many more. You have like a million more.
Can I say all of them?
Yeah, you can mention all the stuff that you like.
I like Rammstein. I really like them for the loudness part, and because he sounds very angry.
Yeah.
He's like, and Evanescence, like David said, I really, really love her. I think she's really amazing. And Lady Gaga, because she's just very eccentric, and I think it's amazing.
How long have you been performing and singing?
Well, it depends. I think everybody who sings says, oh, I've been singing since I could walk and talk. But I have videos to prove it. So.
It's true.
I have pictures and videos. But everybody says that. So, but I've, like, professionally, as long as I know David. Because when I first started with David. So as long as I know David is how long I've been doing it for professionally.
Keep in mind, guys, that she also has a background with acting. She actually has a page on IMDb. Yeah, so you can find, if you Google her name there, you can find all the movies and the TV series that she was on. So she's been in the entertainment industry for since she was literally a baby.
Oh, when I was 8, I did a little modeling, and I was in a Macy's catalog.
Yeah.
Okay, that was random. Space Punk said industrial is the alpha and omega of music.
Brandon Norlo say I've been listening to Harvard. Oh, you said that? Okay, I didn't know.
Thank you.
Foolproof vocal preamp. API 512C for me is my favorite usually, and
Wait, what?
anything that is 1073.
You have to say that.
Foolproof vocal preamp. I said it. It was very short. That's why.
Not everybody's happy right now.
Where's? Oh, that makes very little sense.
Greetings from Miami.
Hello, Miami.
Oh, wow. Yes, we're going there in October.
Yes, we're going to Miami in October.
You ever been to the UK? I haven't. But
I
one of my favorite artists is there. Her name is Izzy, and David Mix. Right?
shout out to Easy T. Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite artists. She's really amazing. She's like Christina Aguilera, but a rock version.
Yeah, she's cool. And you guys heard it. I used her vocal in a couple of her mixes for the videos.
Thank you too for your time and answering our questions.
Thank you guys for asking questions.
Message retracted. Do you use any Neve gear?
Yeah, I have the heritage stuff is basically Neve. You know, the successor, the 609. I have the Rupert New Portico tape emulators, which I love. Everybody knows that. Yeah, I'm not super crazy about their stuff, but I definitely love it and use it.
How is your hair so flat?
Love you both as a couple. Thank you.
Wait,
Thank you, Shanda's.
Wait, why is your hair, how is your hair so flat? Is it talking about me or you?
I don't know.
Your hair is flussified. It's
my
probably mine.
hair is post gym hair because I don't care.
Well, my hair is probably flat is because I didn't add any product and I naturally have cardboard flat hair. So,
Amir J, hello Amir, how you doing, man?
He said good to see you.
Good to see you too. All the guys with an M, they are members, so as usual, thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel.
Eddie said, David, you are one lucky man.
I am a lucky man because she's beautiful, gorgeous, and talented, and sweet, and loving. And I know a lot of people are butthurt because she's with me, and they say like, "Oh, why you're even with this guy? Why you're even with this guy?"
Oh my god. Oh, you're silly.
Well, to be honest, you know what? I don't give a fuck. To be honest, there's a guy that messaged her, said like, "Oh, why you're even with this guy?"
Yeah.
So I look at this guy. This guy was like, "No, I don't give a fuck."
No, don't.
Okay.
Don't.
All right.
No, don't.
Just saying. I was just about to say.
No, don't.
I mean, at least look good if you're gonna ask something like that. But anyway.
Do you prefer type? I don't know.
Do you prefer Tegeler Cream, SSL Fusion, or both for mixing and mastering? How do you even compare the two? The SSL Fusion is not a compressor. The Tegeler Cream is a compressor. So they're not comparable. The Tegeler Cream could go insert into the Fusion. That would make the whole package. I really love both because I use the Fusion every day. I had the Cream. I use it for a long time. They are two amazing units, but they're not like interchangeable. The Fusion doesn't have a compressor at all, and the Tegeler is a compressor with an EQ section.
What do you think of Art Gear? Art Pro MPAII?
I think it's extremely affordable gear, and you kind of pay what you get, what you pay for it. The VLA2 is a fun compressor, but that's about it. It's not gear that you're gonna keep for long.
Hey Dave, is it possible to start mixing semi-professionally through the internet? I have some social anxiety, so I prefer getting clients online. What's the best method, if so?
Well, here's your problem. Once you're established, you don't actually need to meet people or have assist a session. Like, for example, me, 70% of my clients, they are not in studio with me. They're not. The only people that I do assist sessions with are like a higher level artist or artists that I do more than just mixing with. But your problem is going to be networking, and if you're not established, you kind of have to put yourself out there. Is it possible to do it only online? Yes, but also depends what's your goal and what level do you want to do this job. If you can make a living out of it just with locals or just with the people that you find online, you can, but it's really hard.
Somebody said, David, do you think Fruit Loop Studio is good for mixing?
I don't use Fruit Loop Studio. I have it. I have the Fire thingy too, but I only used to um, just just put down ideas, very bare ideas, because it's like easier than doing it in Pro Tools. So I don't have any experience with mixing in Fruit Loop in FL Studio, but I can tell you probably is, because right now all the DAWs have the same function. It's just a matter of preferences. That's about it. Happy Sheena. When will you make your plugin? You might be onto something. And I'll leave it at that. I can't say anything. Just stay tuned.
Hi from France.
Hi, friends.
Aaron said, best saturation plugin in your opinion.
There's so many.
I'll give 2.
I'll give 3. Decapitator, Waves Sapphira, and oh my god, there's so many. Exciter, Multiband, Ozone, and last one, actually 5, MacDSP Fuzzbox and The Abuser for Audyaroad audio. If you want, guys, if you want your question to pop up first, use the super chat. We much appreciate.
Ever looked into Kush audio plugins?
I kind of tried a couple and I wasn't impressed by it.
Oh, thanks, David and Bella. No question per se. Keep rocking it. Great stuff from both of you all the time. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's fun. Thank you.
And again, I want to remind this. Let's do a shameless plug because, guys, we need your votes. We need your votes. I'm gonna post a link in the chat right now. Vote for her for the concert at the Hollywood Bowl. We slipped in second place, so we need your votes. You can vote every day. Please go to that link. Vote even if you don't vote every day, like vote. And let's put her back at number 1. It's a very important contest. We really appreciate your help, and it's free.
Somebody said for Bella, hey Bella, I'm at my starting line as an artist, but can you help me with how to reach people nowadays? When I look at the landscape and think about doing TikToks, I just want to die.
That's a good question for you. Answer, and I'm gonna be back soon.
There you go. Okay. Well, I know that doing social media is hard, but as an artist nowadays, social media is a big part of being an artist because that's how you can reach people. I don't like doing TikToks either, but I have to, so I totally understand how you feel. If you get, okay, I don't know if you're nervous to do it because you're like, oh, this makes me uncomfortable, or if you just think it's stupid. But if it makes you nervous, just have the mindset of, don't care what anyone else thinks. Just be yourself. And the people who like you will tag along, and the people who don't, then who cares if I don't like you? But how to reach people nowadays, it's through social media, really. Instagram and TikTok is like the number 1 things to do for being an artist-wise. And if you're shy, you can do transitions. If you look up on the TikTok, if you look up transitions, there's a lot of cool transitions that are easy to do, and you can look up tutorials and they're super easy to do. Just do like there's side transitions you could do, there's upside down, but social media is a part of being an artist nowadays. Unfortunately, that's just what comes with it. But don't be afraid if people don't like you, because you know what? You can't get everybody to like you. There's a lot of people who are just bitter and don't like their life, and their dreams got crushed, so now they want to crush everybody else's dreams, so you can't let them do that. And you just gotta be yourself, because people will tag along. The right people will, if you be yourself. But it's really important to do social media stuff. It'll help grow your music, and it's important. So just do it, and it's okay. Just be confident, and it's important to believe in yourself.
I don't know what you just say, but I want to add one thing. If you didn't say yeah,
Okay.
you don't need to be a dancing clown.
Oh, I didn't. Hold on. Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't say that. But you don't need to do the dances and stuff because there's all different sides of TikTok is basically like a mini like YouTube kind of. It's just a mini YouTube that you can get to connect with people. And you can do different things. You can do room tours. You can do like I see a lot of people who do hauls from when they go shopping. You can do all kinds of things. And the transitions. I told them to do the transitions. And you can look up easy transitions. And yeah, you don't need to dance. I don't like the dancing on the TikTok for myself. I feel silly and stupid doing it, so you totally don't need to do that. You do what makes you feel comfortable. Don't compromise who you are for views. Never, ever, ever do that. Because you won't be respected. You'll be looked at like... Just always be yourself. That's the most important thing. Because I think in this industry you can lose yourself, and it's important not to. Because, yeah, if you lose yourself, then what's it worth even?
Yeah, I mean, do duets. Showcase your talent, you know.
Yeah, and you can also do covers.
Yeah.
You can do covers on TikTok. You can do singing videos, and if you're a little too nervous to do that, if you play an instrument, maybe you can just play a little bit of something like that.
Remember something, guys.
Oh, thank you, Eddie. He voted for me. Thank you. Hearts.
Remember something, guys. Especially when you're at the beginning, people need also to like you as a person, not just your music. Sometimes, yes, depending what kind of artist you are, they don't care about who you are or what you do. Especially, true for like electronic music or when there's no lyrics. But if your music contains when your music contains a message, they need to know the person behind that message. That's why I want her to be live and to talk to you guys, because I think it's important, because when people will see how beautiful her soul is, then they will understand even more her music and her lyrics.
Someone said ha 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 ha.
It was a very deep thought.
Let's see. Thanks for your videos, said Dr. Downs. That's interesting. I didn't know about the transition. We'll look out for that. Thanks. Yeah, transitions are the most popular thing to do on TikTok. It's just simple. And if you're a guy and you have guitars and stuff, you could do it without the guitar. And then when you do the transition, you can be like dressed up and have your guitar. And it may sound silly, but it's fun, And it helps get your face out there, and it helps get your music out there. So it helps. I want to vote for you, Bella, but that site wants you to have a Facebook, which I don't have and will not have. Do you, either of you, know a way around that?
Yeah, you can. If you have a credit card, you can insert your credit card information there. It's safe. They don't charge you anything. It's just so people cannot scam the system by voting a million times the same person. They don't charge your card. They don't take any money. They don't take your information or nothing. It's just to, confirm that you're an actual existing living person.
They said digging that brutal deception. What are you doing?
I lost the bottle cap.
If people like you, they will love you no matter what you do. That's true. That's what I was saying. Hi Bella and David. It would be so cool if you guys show one of your recording sessions, either live or recorded. And they did hearts. I'd like to do that. That's cool. Mm-hmm. I would do that.
I do have some recording of you singing. I can post it.
I'm gonna go up a little because I've missed a lot of questions. Sorry, there's a lot. Um,
Guys, use the super chat to get your question first.
oh my god. Fake unknown artist with mile of credits goes viral. LOL. Yeah. Best mixing engineer in your opinion? Well, it's David. In my opinion. Oh my god. What's your best mixing engineer in your opinion?
Andy Wallace. Well, we have Noir Blanc. Thank you so much for the donation. Much, much, much appreciated.
Just showing love to you.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
man. Much appreciated.
You remind me of a little Cindy Lauper.
Cindy Lauper. Girls want to have fun.
I'm embarrassed. I said the name wrong. Sorry.
Girls, I want to have fun. We have another donation. Neil Conway. Thank you so much, man. Your question goes first. Context. Industrial techno. I'm constrained to home RV studio most times, but considering outdoor capture with AC15 Fender Deluxe and 4x10 with mics, heard that direct seem hard to mix. Thoughts? I think today amp sims are pretty amazing, to be honest. I personally love neural DSP stuff, and I think unless you are in a pretty perfect environment and professional studio and recording and everything, you probably are better off with amp sims. They're not hard to mix. I feel when people find hard to mix amp sims today, either they use some stuff that is not good, or they simply don't have a good listening environment. But especially for industrial, I would argue it doesn't matter if I had real guitars and amps recorded, I would probably sneak in a couple of amp sim sounds just because it's kind of part of the sound. So I think you will be good to go. I mean, you can track that rig successfully, but don't be afraid of amp sims. I absolutely love neural DSP stuff, and I don't think there's anything hard to mix when you use that stuff. If you know what, you can add, like, maybe if you want to add a couple of real pedals in the signal when you record and then use that, they will add something to it. At least it's what I find.
Bash said, thanks for your videos, help me a lot.
You're welcome. Thank you guys for all the donation. We really appreciate.
David's giving game right now. Pay attention.
Was it what it is?
David's giving game right now. Pay attention. Oh, that's the comment. I wasn't saying. Do you like to write lyrics top line to a beat you found and like, or do you write all the time and then create an instrumental to match? Both. Well, for me, it depends, because sometimes I'll be outside and I'll hear, like, birds, and then it will make me think of, like, a certain beat or, like, music in my head, and then I'll think of a song, and then I have to write it down immediately or else I forget. So, it's everything. Like, just walking outside, I think of song ideas. If I see something, like, on Pinterest, like an outfit or something, I'll think of a song idea. I really just think about music 24/7. But I try to write with the music because it's kind of hard to write, like, the lyrics and then add the music. It's better to add music first. Have you tried the new SSL Bus Plus, David?
No. You can tell SSL to send me one. I'll try it.
Mark said, "Hey Bella, what artist, if any, do you feel have had an influence on your sound?" I feel like Lana Del Rey is the number one person. Phil Collins rules, sis. Yes, Phil Collins does. David, if you need a jazz guitarist for your productions, hit me up.
I will keep that in mind.
In exchange, I will ask you to show me how the low end mix good.
That's gonna take a while.
Do you use Goldfoss?
Rarely, to be honest.
Love you guys, great couple. Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Sean says, if you two were a dragon, what kind of dragon would you be?
I don't know what kind of dragons are out there. She would be, like right now. She would be. Right now, she would be one of those fiery dragon because of the hair.
Well, no, I would pick. I would pick a dragon that has multiple arms, like 10 arms.
Why?
I would pick a dragon that would have 10 arms, and I would have one head, and I would have 8 wings, and they would be like see-through, but like the 2 in the back would be see-through and sparkly and stuff, but the ones in the front would be more reddish, orangish, and I would spit out venomous flames.
Okay, that's no way you can survive that. I guess I would be just a regular black dragon with like big traps. That's it. We should get Xenobite since we're talking about dragons.
Will you switch to Atmos mixing?
I won't switch. I will add it. But I'm waiting. Because the monitoring of Atmos right now is a bit of a mess. And Antelope made an update on one of their interfaces, so it's easier, and other companies will now start making interfaces at a reasonable price that will have Atmos monitoring. And that's what I'm waiting, because I already have the speakers. Eve is sending me everything, so the speakers is not a problem. The engine for the monitoring is, and I'm gonna wait for a second until new products will come out. We'll see in April when the next NAMM comes. Probably we'll start seeing stuff like that.
How about you guys drop loop samples, chants, hooks, of Bella singing for techno tech house displays?
There is already a sample pack, vocal sample pack of her volume 1. Actually, you just reminded me that we have to drop volume 2, which is a lot more techno, industrial, cyberpunk oriented. But there is already a vocal pack out with her voice. You to get it, you just come. You email bookinghfs@gmail.com. But we'll need to release volume 2. Everybody say hi to our dragon, Cenobite.
He's very chunky.
And we have a donation. Thank you so much, Noir and Blanc, again. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Your question goes first. You open it, we came. Okay, real question. What are some of your favorite preamps? You open it, we came. It used to be true. But some of my favorite preamps are definitely the 512C API. Actually, the new model with the output knob. I'm probably gonna switch to that because I have the old one. I really love that. I think it's an absolutely amazing preamp. I do love kind of the classic, 1073 style. I think Heritage makes good one. You guys have to listen to the Stam Audio 1073 tube. That thing is bonkers. That thing is absolutely amazing. Just like the 76 tube, dude, it became one of my favorite compressors. But that's definitely a preamp that is like, man, it's amazing. I I also happen to like the. I don't have it anymore, but the 1970 the drummer. If you want like a really dark kind of preamp and like fuzzy and warm, that's a really good color preamp. I'll just stick to these, to be honest.
I would love to hear what David thinks about GoFloss.
I have 2 video reviews of it.
Hey,
I think it's a good product. It needs to be. It's not a go-to, but it needs. It has a learning curve, and I think just to summarize, once you think you found a setting, back off 50%, because the next day is not gonna sound that good. This is Santa by Hard Dragon. Say hi.
It's going on my back. Go.
Why are you doing?
I'm teaching him to climb.
I don't think he cares at all.
No. Oh!
Just clawing your face.
Now he's climbing out here.
You just got a hold of your hair. You won't let go. Oh my god. Look at him. That's it. He won't let go. Okay. No, he won't let go. Come on. Oh my god. Cenobi, come on, let it go. Alright, sorry guys, this is live. Cenobi just got a poke of Bella's hair.
Hey David, how do you make tight drums for radio house music?
How do I make what? No, it'll cut your head off. Dude.
Hey David, how do you make tight drums for radio house music?
I want to say really control the low end. This is one situation in which the filters, the stiffness of your filters, HPF, I mean, it matters. They're not all the same. I think when you say tight, I think of not too much sub-content, right? I actually just finished a song where the client sent me 2 reference, and one had a really big low end, like very extended, and the other one was tight, has a really punchy kick. And I was like, so which is which? Because these two are the opposite. So I feel for that kind of genre, when you say tight, I think SSL style compression on your 2 bus with an HPF that is not too high, so you do want to grab a little bit of that kick, which kind of tighten it up. Be very, very careful. Where do you cut, and what is the lowest usable fundamental, and then try to clean up before and after. That's in my head how you create tight low end. I always use a parallel kick, which is somewhat distorted, but you don't want to hear the distortion, because for me, again, the definition changes from person to person, but tight is not saturated. For me, tight, when I think EDM and trance and dance, tight is a very clean, punchy, tight low end. So saturation is there, so support is never actual audible distortion. I like the Chandler Zener limiter, either in limit mode or THD mode in parallel. I like from Softtube. Also Valley People Dynamite from Softtube, or a distressor in parallel, hardware. Those are the things. Oh, the lo-fi plugin on Pro Tools, stock Pro Tools, still one to beat.
Black Feather said hello.
Hello.
Ooh, Dave's dropping a clipper. Let's go. That's awesome.
What is it?
Ooh, Dave's dropping a clipper. Let's go. That's awesome.
I didn't say that. I also didn't deny it.
Neal said, "Hola, friends."
Hello, he's a member. Hello,
Hi,
Neal.
Neal.
Thank you for being a member and supporting this one
What
of the
is
donation.
this? In a different
I have no
language?
idea.
Okay. A-Rat, we cannot read your thing, sorry. It seems to be in a different language. Sargon, what is the best hardware gear to go on the end of the mastering chain?
At the end of your mastering chain. Sometimes EQ, one EQ is at the end. For example, the mag EQ, I usually tend to use it last after compression to give a little top end back and to give a little maybe bottom end back. Sometimes compression is the last. Gear wise, of course, the last chain in mastering is either my 80 clipping and or limiters, but gear wise is usually either an EQ or a compression, most likely an EQ, because all the saturators are before.
Oh, that doesn't mean friends in Spanish. It means companions. Well, I failed Spanish in high school, so I am sorry. Next question. Love you guys, great couple. Thank you. David walked away. With the both of you so busy and working so much, how do you keep each other grounded and motivated at the same time?
That's up to you. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette.
Okay, David's gonna go smoke, so it's just me for a minute. In my opinion, it's just about balance. You really just have to have balance in your life to maintain healthy relationships and to maintain your mental health too. It's important it's important to work, but don't work yourself to death to where you're like alone and you isolate yourself, because it's not healthy for you. You need to make time, even if it's 5 minutes, just to breathe and just detox for a minute. And David can answer the other half when he's back. But if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them. I like how yeah, he went to smoke, so, and I usually get up to get some water. But if you have any questions for me, I'll answer them. It can be about anything. Do you guys smoke weed or absinthe? No, I can't smoke weed because I have like health things that I can't. And David doesn't smoke weed or anything. How did it feel performing again after COVID? Well, it was really exciting actually to the Catch One. That was actually one of my first performances, so I was really happy and I was so excited. But while I was on stage, it was really hot in there, so I kind of felt like I was gonna pass out for a second. But it was a lot of fun and I loved it, and I hope I get to more, which I will be, but I can't say everything because secret. But yeah, have you always lived in LA? No, I grew up in Seattle, and then I moved to New York, and then I moved to LA, and then I moved back to New York, and now I'm living here again. So, but I moved a lot when I was younger, so. Oh yeah, okay, David's back, so I'm gonna scroll up, ask him questions again now. Tickles. Oh shoot, I lost the question. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. There it is. Someone said, with the both of you so busy and working so much, how do you keep each other grounded and motivated at the same time?
Well, the first thing is we are extremely lucky because I think our relationship is very rare and special, because many couple they kind of need time apart, and we don't. We'll literally do everything together, and we enjoy doing everything together. So it comes natural, and we support each other. Sometimes I have a bad day, because I maybe don't feel like doing videos, and I have to, and she supports me, and sometimes she just want to call it a day because the music business is such a shit show, and and I support her, and so I think we are extremely lucky on that. We don't have to actively do anything because it comes very natural, and we also are very balanced. Before meeting her, I was the guy that was going to the gym and then going to work. That's it. I was keeping my head down, and that's all I would do. With her, my life is a lot more balanced. We make time to go out to do things and to enjoy life, which we are very lucky at this point that we can do that, even if we are busy. But I think part of it is that we need to watch out and not burn out. Because if you do this like all the time, 7 days a week and 24/7,
Well, that's what I said.
it's gonna eat you. And you always have to keep in mind that you need to enjoy the journey, even though you have to have the goal in mind, because the goal could never happen. And you know what? If it doesn't happen, fuck it. Who gives a shit? If you enjoy doing this truly, because I feel a lot of people just sell that to the public. Oh, I don't care about fame and glory. I just love to do music. 90% of the time, that's a crock of. It's not true. They do want the fame and the glory, and they just say that because it's politically correct. But we actually do. I love waking up in the morning and just go mixing a song, and she loves waking up in the morning and either working on her music, or part of her job is just getting dressed up and taking pictures. And she's very lucky because she would do that anyway. She's running around the house in heels, even if we're not going anywhere. So in this case, I'm the lucky one because she's always dolled up. I'm very lucky because she can be in like a full dress in heels cleaning the kitchen. So that's me lucky. Like, so that's easy for me. But I think that's it. That I think we have a very special relationship, and everything comes natural. So that's how. And I think we repeat each other that what's important is the journey. Is being happy where you are with what you have and with what you're doing. If more comes, it's welcome. But if it doesn't, you need to. There's a fine line between chasing a dream and not getting it, and wasting your life trying to achieve something that you need to give yourself a deadline and say, like, you know what, I tried, I did everything I could. Life is not that small that if you don't reach that one goal that you have, you're done. And it's also very, I don't know, I think it's not a good thing just to narrow it down to only one thing. A lot of people, it's kind of ashamed. Oh, I didn't succeed in that and my life is over. No, it's not. You can find a billion things to do, and you can find passion in other things. So I think, when you really want to do something, take it seriously and do everything you want, but also don't be too hang out on that.
I don't know what that means. David killed that guy. Come on.
I don't know. Okay, show it. I don't know who I have to kill. I'm open to the idea. It depends what they do.
Someone said, do you still have your motorcycle?
No, unfortunately not. Unfortunately, not, because my motorcycle. First of all, it would have been very expensive to bring it to US. But the problem is that I had a Ducati Monster, and mine was the original model, so it was the carburetor model. So to import it here, on top of the expenses to actually bring the vehicle here, there was the emission problem, because the old carburetor, they didn't have like emission standards. So I had to sell it before coming here. But I replace it with, I'm happy, since I just bought a Mac 1. So the last of its kind, the last V8.
Girl, someone asked me, how does the live streaming work for you when you're on your period?
I don't know, you tell us. Because obviously if you ask this question, you are on your period. Someone is on your period, it ain't her, it's the guy that asked the question. Cream pie Lars, Jesus man. Can you pick up
Well, people are confused.
a more loser name than that? Come on, man.
I don't know, people are confused.
Of course they're confused. Like,
okay.
Cream pie Lars,
I'm a guy, guys.
We are sorry that you are on your period. You tell us how it works.
Guys, it's not.
Guys, you're transphobic. Cream pie Lars, people, everybody, he's a transphobic person because he said, I'm a guy, guys don't have periods. Guess what? Guys have periods. You didn't hear it? You didn't hear it? They also can get pregnant. Are you pregnant? Are you transphobic? Dude, you're in the wrong place if you want to fuck around. I can tell you that. Better people than you tried. They all got shit on. Sorry. Try again. Cream pie Lars. Come on. Oh my god. You really got nothing better.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god. Oh, that was funny. Is there such a thing? I can't. Oh my god, because I watched the Catfish show.
Yeah.
And I just know it's some like lonely guy on the screen.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so funny.
The keyboard warrior crew. Mad fancy acronym. Yeah, I did. Just because someone gives you a chance to be stupid doesn't mean you have to, you know.
Oh my god. Is there such a thing as too soon to start charging for mixing services? I recognize that I'm still learning, but my friends I've mixed for have some great success with their music.
There is such a thing as too soon? Yes, there is. Of course there is. I don't think it's your case, though, because you just answer your own questions. If you have done this successfully for other people, then don't listen to anybody else. That's all you need to know. Because it's funny, because today, unless you mixed top 10, actually top 5 in the world, you suck ass, according to the internet, right?
Which is not true.
It is not true. Just like if you're not a top 10 artist, you don't suck ass. Because I promise you, there's hundreds of thousands of artists that are not on the charts that they make 6 figures. And they don't give a fuck about what people think. Same as for engineers. There's engineers that are not on top 10 and they make way more than a living. So don't listen to anybody. If you've done this successfully, your clients are happy and they are successful, that's all you need. There is such a thing as too soon? Yes, there is. Like I talked about this in other videos, or like where to find clients, you know. Don't buy a laptop, 2 plugin suites,
and then open a website asking for, start trying to sell mixing services, because that's kind of a con.
This is Cenobite up close.
Such a majestic
He's
animal.
beautiful.
He's beautiful. See, guys, no Photoshop, no filters, no anything. She does look like that every day.
Someone said it's all about brands, what you represent.
It's not all about it. It's partially about that. But when you start talking about brands, like today is very trendy to talk about brands, but unless you're at a certain level, there's no brand. There's no brand when you work with locals or independent musicians.
They were saying it's all about what you were saying there. Like it's all about the brand.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, guys, keep tearing it up. David, do you have a favorite hip hop engineer?
I want to say Man American, probably.
I just voted. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. Let me repost. Actually, let me see if I can post a picture, create a pool, add reaction. No, I can't post pictures, but let me repost. This is the link, guys. If you want to vote, we really appreciate. You can vote every day. It's free. We really, really, really need your help in trying to make Bella win this contest and open for Doja Cat and Coldplay and whatnot at the Hollywood Bowl. Thank you so much.
John Woe said, love what you both do. What a creative couple. Love Bella's music. And I've learned so much from all of David's tutorials. Thank you. I'm glad you love my music.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Also, guys, if you already voted and you have like a Facebook page or an Instagram, please share that link, that page.
Do you watch Donald Duck? Like Mickey Mouse? That's Mickey Mouse. Donald Duck and Daffy Duck. No, I don't. Wait, I don't know if that's like an artist's name. But the Donald Duck is like from Mickey
The
Mouse.
cartoon?
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking. Cam sent you R&B version of Heartbreak Hotel. My wife loves it.
Can you send me? Can he send me?
No, it says can send to you. I don't know. Oh, his wife loves it. That makes me happy.
Yeah, if you have a version of her song that you made, just send it my way. It's fine. Absolutely, we'll listen to it.
I would be Puff the Magic Dragon. That's amazing. Puff. David, how's the Mustang?
It's awesome. It's awesome. It's also 10 miles per gallon, going 40 miles an hour. But you know when you buy a V8 supercharged. But it's amazing. I absolutely love it. It's a perfect car. The only thing I'm kind of bummed about is like this past week I had a problem with the active exhaust. This car has the active exhaust, and you can make it quiet or like normal, sport, or track, and it doesn't work anymore for some reason. And I'm having trouble getting Ford to fix it, but I just pulled the freaking fuse so it's open all the time, and fuck it, because I don't want the car to sound like a Tesla. But it's a minor issue. It's an amazing car. You can't find them anymore. They won't make them anymore because this is the last V8, and then they're going electric, which Q. So yeah, I'm very happy.
Okay, say goodbye. He's leaving. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
All right. I'm waiting for a client to send me feedback of a mastering that I just did. Ow, my elbow.
Sorry.
Fuck. Oh, that hurt so much.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh my god, it hurt so much.
Technically, it wasn't my fault because I didn't sit on you.
Oh my god.
Wait, use... let's... Where were... Someone said, hey, just placed a Bella sample in a dance track 20 minutes ago.
Good to know.
I think that's cool.
Yes.
Yo, Brother Dave and Miss Bella, killing it.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. dude, man, how much schooling and education do you have to be where you are today? Do you play an instrument? David plays guitar, and I love when he plays the guitar. I love it.
Yeah, I can play guitar. I can play bass too. I can play like piano really bad, basic stuff.
Can I show them your guitar?
Yes, you can show my guitar. Well, education, in my opinion, is mostly experience. Once you learn the technical part of things.
This is his guitar. It's really cool.
I like this thing. I like the color. The level of education is mostly actual experience in the field, you know, because a piece of paper alone today won't get you far or anywhere probably at all. There's plenty of music schools right here that are great for connections, and you know, sometimes you land a good internship in a big studio if you are like in a city like LA. I know it happened to I don't remember. I think Josh Goodwin, the guy that mixes Billy. I don't know if I'm mistaken, but I think that's how he got started, or I don't know if it's not him, it's someone else. But you know, there's also a lot of people graduating from these schools that they can't find a job because they don't have like actual experience or something. And so I think the education is mostly about experience and networking. That's what will get you places. Show.
This was my guitar. As you can see, the strings are missing. There's only 4 strings left. I had it since I was little, so I think it's in pretty good condition to say that.
It's a string through body. Just turn it. It's a string through body. I didn't know that. We should, you know, put it back in shape.
It's pink sparkly, I like it, but I can never get to play guitar because ours not good at it.
Well, you could try again now that you're like older. I didn't call you old. I said older, which tomorrow you're gonna be older than today.
I saw you ripping it on the stage in the video the other day. You still shredding? Play the guitar? Yeah.
Well, I haven't been playing for a long time. I was definitely better back then. I can play, but I never was like a virtuoso. I don't have a left hand. I'm a good rhythmic guitarist. My right hand, you know, my timing is tight. But I'm not, like, my left hand is almost like non-existent. But I can still play. I'm a little rusty, but for what I need to do right now, which is arrangement or like put guitars on our songs and on another project, I'm good. I hold my own.
Hey Dave, your videos helped me a ton going through recording school. I was just wondering if you had any live sound experience. I'm a live sound engineer for work. Any advice?
I answered this question at the very beginning of this live stream. I did some live engineering. I'm not the guy to ask for advices because I did it out of necessity, and I did it also because when I had my studio in Europe, my colleague that we had the studio together, that's what he was doing. He was doing like live shows and stuff. So sometimes I had to like come in and you know do this, you know, one of the stages, or you know, he wasn't available, but I can do it. It's kind of a like very different from studio, especially for me. Like, I'm so detail oriented that for me the live work is like a lot of approximation, unless you are in a, like, I don't know, Red Hot Chili Pepper, where you have like a studio with you. I'm not the guy to ask for advices on live. The one thing that I said at the beginning is every time I was working with someone that was better than me alive and I, you know, observed them, the one thing you see is that these guys move faders all the time.
Someone said she needs 2 strings David, have you produced any this is all the same person. David, have you produced any dessert stoner rock? And yes, thanks for all the demos made purchase based on your recommendations.
You're welcome. Yes, I did. I did several. That was some time ago, though, and I don't remember the names of the artists, but I definitely did. And I remember this album. I did a full album when I went like really, really crazy with the guitar sounds. And to this day, I think those were some of the coolest guitar sound I came up with. I was just, mix and matching various pedals that I had, and I wish I remembered the name of the band. It was really, really cool. Yeah, I did some stoner, and I actually love that kind of stuff because again, I can be like super crazy with guitar sounds, and I really enjoyed doing and working on that type of music for sure.
So the same creamer guy said David lost weight with his mate, hence the ridiculous haircut. Actually, his haircut's not ridiculous, and just because somebody's hair looks different than yours doesn't mean it's ridiculous.
So here's
it's
the
amazing.
Cream pie, Lars. Here's the problem.
I
can change my haircut. What the fuck you're gonna do with your face?
He said, "Well, which poor country did you immigrate from?" This guy's. That's awful. I don't know what you're very nasty.
Well,
person.
I don't know. I came from Italy when we make Ferraris and Lamborghinis, the shit that American buys when they have money, and Versace. But well, here's the truth. Here's the truth. You're the kind of guy that is like so tough behind, and I'm not even censoring you because I wanna say it. You're the kind of bitch that is always tough when behind a keyboard, and you're the kind of person, if you see me in person, you just keep your head down and walk away. But, world is full of people like you, fucking asshole.
Yeah, you're being very nasty.
Whatever.
It's not nice.
Hey, you're making me money because you're in a live stream commenting and taking time out of your day, so please keep doing that.
David G. angry when someone makes carbonara. Yeah, but Italy is poor. Just ignore them. The troll was reported.
Bye, bitch.
Wait, David, do you get angry when someone makes carbonara bacon instead of?
No, I actually generally don't care because I don't have I don't eat that much.
Cream pie would be better off with
I'm not very traditional, I also don't really, I'm gonna say this, but I don't really enjoy Italian food and cuisine, so I'm perfectly fine with whatever they do with Italian recipes. I'm not traditional at all.
So instead of the contrast, you adding dumb a-hole versus you're not being very nice.
That's
reported for what? I missed it. He's still here.
Oh, I want him to still be here.
You two remind me of my friend's cute couple. Thank you. Okay.
Why don't you give us your name or come here and talk about it in person?
If you were all in the computer and you wanted to add some thickness, what one type of unit would you recommend? A stereo pre, a compressor, a dedicated saturation block, or something else?
Probably saturator. Whether need 542s or HD2. Lars was hoping for a cream pie, but I ended up with some tissue. I don't even need to say anything. My people are gonna take care of your sorry ass, man.
Because you guys are awesome.
But please keep commenting. It's just making me money.
Thoughts on Pantera, David?
Thoughts on Pantera. That's funny that you asked because I wanted to do a video about it. Here's what I think. Pantera reunion. Everybody's mad because it's not a reunion because Diamond Vinny died. They're dead. The shit we can do. Okay? So, with that said, there's some people out there that knew Vinny especially that say that he would never have shared the stage with Phil. That he was also offered a lot of money to do so, and he refused, right? Okay, cool. Hold on a second before I answer that. So Lorenzo Insigne, I'm gonna take your name, and we'll talk, you and me, later on in person. For now, you know what is gonna happen? You are going to go fuck somewhere else. Not on my channel. And anyway.
Can I sit down?
Yeah. So, Pantera. They said Vinny wouldn't have shared the stage with Phil anymore. No amount of money. And that's why people are a bit mad about it. Unfortunately, we couldn't do anything. Vinny and Dime, rest in peace, they're dead. I think Zach at the guitar is gonna be amazing. And maybe we can just enjoy listening to Pantera's songs, which are amazing, live, and just, you know, not try to find a deeper meaning on it in it. This is what I think. I think at the end of the day, every artist write music hoping that it will survive them, that it will be forever, right? And this is what is happening, right? The songs that they wrote will live together. They're reliving right now, and everybody's butthurt because they shouldn't be called Pantera. This is just marketing and politics. To be honest, I think I would go. I would go and see a concert because I want to see Zach playing, you know, those songs, and everything else is just up for debate. But we can just, you know, the past is the past, and whatever you want to call it, you don't want to call it Pantera, don't call it Pantera. But I think I personally will go to a show and watch it. That's it.
The Truth About Barbecue said, RIP, thank you for your all's response. Oh my god, you fluffy.
Yeah, exactly. Acid01 says Vinny and Dime are gone, but I still want to see it. I have mad respect for Zach. That's exactly my point. You know, that's exactly my point. Whether or not Vinny would have shared the stage with Phil or not, I think it's a discussion that is just not here nor there. You know, I think this is okay. This is okay. You know, I think Zach is the probably, if not the only one of the few that can pull this off. And I think everybody in the world, as soon as they announced it, they thought, oh, if there's one person that would, you know, could do it, it would be Zach Wild. You know, shout out to Zach if he's watching this, and we have a bunch of friends in common. But yeah, I think it's okay. I just think it's okay.
I have it, but yet to test it. This one.
Decapitator is good. Yeah, it's very good. If you guys want
Someone said, I think I lost some of my hearing listening to them as a child.
well, yeah, it happened to many, I think.
I'm not going to take a political stance on it. And they did the proper thing and talked to the hosting, got their permission.
Yeah, I mean, again, at the end of the day, there could be two things. Either it died and, you know, nobody listened to those songs live anymore, or you can do something like this. Now, everybody, this is what I think. I think that no matter what you do now, nobody is going to take the heritage and the history away. Nobody's going to take away what Pantera did when they were Pantera with the original lineup. Nobody's going to take that away. They will always be one of the coolest, biggest, most badass men in the history of music. period, no matter what happens now. So with that in mind, we can enjoy this lineup. And you want to call it the way you want, call it any way you want. But I think it's going to be cool. And it's going to be cool to see Zach playing those songs. That's
Hello,
it.
Joe.
Thank you, Colo, for the donation. Much, much, much appreciated. Do you know about CTZ method, clip to zero? If yes, what's your thought? I'm not familiar with it. I just saw some people talking about it. I'm so sorry because, you donated and I wish I had a better answer for you, but I don't. I just heard of it and someone kind of described it to me very quickly and I was like, it doesn't seem like, it seems like kind of a convoluted things to do what exactly. But yeah, I don't know the details, to be completely honest. Thank you so much for the donation. Double tracked versus quad tracked background vocals. Double tracked is very little. Quad track is also little. Background vocals, I usually track a lot of them. I want to say a minimum of 8 up to could be 20. Jake Nolan, what are your thoughts on recording vocals using LAX8? Do you use them exclusively for mixing? No, tracking with the distressor is one of the safest bet you can possibly, make. The distressor is an amazing tracking compressor. No matter if you ask me like you can only pick one compressor to record vocals for the rest of your life, that would be it. But with that said, I really love the Fatso for tracking vocals. I actually track Bella's vocals with the Fatso because of the warmth circuit feature. Because, by the way, it's not a saturator. It works like a de-esser. That's why I love it. All right. Do Zoomer Metal kids know who Pantera are? Maybe, I don't know. Geer's reunion won't affect the band's legacy whatsoever until Phil does some racist shit again. Zach might murder him on stage if it happens. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he won't.
I want this girl.
Why is this? I don't know. He's hidden from the channel. I don't give a fuck about people like him. He's just okay, baby. I don't care about that.
This reunion tour won't affect.
Yeah, I read that.
Okay, period. Despite sales or whatever, the catalog will always remain right on the Pantera.
Okay.
Drums, Stamma, Mabel. Okay. Hell of a show either way. You said in the past that you liked your vocalist to work the mic. How do you deal with the tonal changes that happen when they are very dynamic and move back a bunch?
I'm not sure where did you hear me saying that. Because I know at least I'm generally asking like if you remember what video or what situation, because I have at least I'm sure one video in which I talk about this, and I don't like when the artist move back and forth exactly because of that. That's why I spend a lot of time with her or other singers getting the levels right, getting the compression right at the recording stage, because I don't want the singer to move. Especially with her, with soft singing, she's so close to the mic that a quarter of an inch, it can change the the response of the mic so much. So I actually don't like the singers to work the mic. You know, I rather split the recording or put two microphones. You know, if you know they have like wild dynamics, like a really soft chorus, really soft verse, and a really big chorus, so I can get two signals. But I don't like singers to move in front of the mic.
Do you have any plans about VR audio technology?
I don't have any plan. I am in contact with two companies that that are doing VR audio, and I work with them. But for right now, I can't say anything about it. Let me see. Okay, there's a feedback about it. Didn't watch all the. They're talking about the CTZ long videos because example on really weird loops and it's slowish. He sometimes ruins his slow mids so much clipping and he didn't learn some shit. Didn't learn anything from it. But yeah, a lot of people say the CTZ is like questionable at least. So we don't care about it.
Hi David, how long did it take you to get really good at mixing? I struggle with getting pro results. I know it's just experience, but man, it is soul crushing when I A/B it with my favorite mixes.
Yes, it is soul crushing, and yes, it takes a long time, especially if you don't shadow, if you don't have the chance of shadowing a professional. It will take a long time. It will take years. It is soul crushing, and there's never a moment in which you say, "Oh, now it sounds, pro." It's a slow process, and you keep sounding better and better and better, and then one day you realize that your past 10 works actually sound good. But there's nothing easy about this.
I'm not sure. I think it might have been in a video from years ago. I'm 100% with you. It doesn't make sense to me, and it's such a nightmare to fix afterwards.
Yeah, it probably was an old video or something, or it has a different context, but no way. I don't want the singer to move in front of the mic.
Always be learning. Don't let setbacks keep you from doing it. Sound is the hardest thing I've ever learned to do.
It is pretty freaking hard, yeah, for sure. For sure.
There's no more questions.
Then we can go, because it's been a while. And,
wait, can I show my bunny?
Yes, you can show your bunny.
Does anybody want to see my bunny?
I'm pretty sure they want to see your bunny.
Okay.
Yes. She's getting the bunny. We have a weird family. A dragon, a cat, and a bunny. What's your opinion on the Shadow Heels Class A comp? Is an overpriced piece of gear. Do you prefer mixing or mastering, or is it just different?
No.
I enjoy both equally. Right now, I'm probably doing 60% mastering and 40% mixing, just because not everybody can afford my mixes, I guess. And here's Smokey.
This is Smokey. Say hello, Smokey. Uh-oh. This is my baby bunny.
How many pets do you have?
I have 2 cats. Aurora and Warhead. And this is Smokey. She's my fabulous little baby girl. She's absolutely spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
She is very fluffy. And this is her hair. And you can do, sometimes I put bows in her hair. Or sometimes I tie her hair up and she doesn't mind. Like this. This is a little mohawk. Oh my gosh. That's a little mohawk.
Yes, it is.
Are Are y'all planning on having kids? Well, I want no.
That's up to you.
It depends. I don't know. I feel like I'm not at the age to think about that right now. I don't want to think about that right now. Right now, I just want to focus on being with him. And in the future, I would like a cat patio to sort of like I want to do like a hospice for cats who are like older, because nobody has the heart to do that kind of thing. But after my recent bunny that I saved and passed away, Fluffaberry, I realized that it's really hard, but she was loved, and so I would like to give the cats who are sick and they might not get better, I would like to give them love as much as possible. So yeah, that would be my goal instead of having children. Or I may adopt in the future, I'm not sure. Just get a truck and mix in wilderness. Oh, festive ready stuff. What's your thoughts on room inhalation plugins like Slate VSX?
I don't like them. I'll just leave it at that. It's kind of a little bit of a fad of the latest era. It's more of a marketing selling point than actual help. If you have to mix on headphones, just mix on headphones. Yeah, you can use like correction, like a correction curve. But the room simulation, I don't see the point. I really don't see the point. The entire purpose of mixing with speakers is because you are in a room. If you start simulating shit like that, you introduce variables that are variables.
They said room inhalation seems like such a dumb concept to me.
They are. They are. It's basically like VR simulation of driving a car.
What are your views on SonarWorks?
I think it can be used for small adjustments that would require a lot of money that most people don't have, maybe to get that 5-6% better, because room treatment is expensive. But don't rely 100% on stuff like that. I wouldn't, at least.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for...
Oh, she looks like a little... Goodbye.
Bye.
From Smokey.
Thank you, everybody, for...
And goodbye.
Staying with us today. And we're gonna go back to do things and stuff. Thank to everybody who donated. And if you guys... When is the new vocal pack dropping? You know what? We're gonna probably drop it by the end of the month. Thank you actually for reminding me. And if you guys want, please vote for her. Here. Take care.